This is Jamie Drummond for Good Food Revolution. It's a great honour today to be in the company of Elisabetta Foradori, who is joining us all the way from Trentino. How are you today?
I'm very, very well.
Now, I'm familiar with your wines, having tasted them many times over the years, but I don't know that much about the history of your winery. If you could please tell us a little bit about that would be great.
In fact, it's a history of a farm specializing in wine, a history of very connected with the Alps, and the history of Austrian domination for many centuries.
Of course, yeah.
That means the local grape, which is Teroldego, was a very important red wine for the empire. So until the First War, we sell all the wine to Vienna, and that's made a lot of winery pretty rich. They could build nice cellar, and so all this stopped with the First War, and then Trentino was lose this market. So every winery, every property was split in a lot of small pieces. That means that now in the region you have a surface, over a surface from 1 hectare, 1.5 hectare.
Right.
And we have a lot of cooperative at the moment because in the meantime the space is small. We don't have a lot of possibility to expand, so everything is quite expensive. So Foradori, in fact, work on about 28 hectares. The half is in property, the half is long-term rent, and we mainly work on locally varieties, so Teroldego, Nosiola, Manzoni Bianco, a little bit Pinot Grigio, but this work is almost to recuperate the biodiversity and the expression of this old variety. So father, grandfather, and me, and mother also between, and now my children, it's a story of a family.
So it goes back 4 generations, right?
Yes.
Now. Okay. And you were talking about these native varietals. Would you mind giving us a little bit of a description about those different varietals for those people perhaps unfamiliar with them?
Teroldego and Nosiola are one of the 500 varieties from Italy. So I love to think at the Alps as a huge community of different plants and varieties. So we are part of a geographic area with a lot of similarity. Teroldego is related to Mondeuse. Nosiola probably more to the in the past it was like Bianchetta Trevigiana. It was a lot of not well-known variety which are very similar to Nosiola. So it's a story of a region and a character of the climate which allowed to grow this variety. Manzoni Bianco is a more recently grape crossed by Manzoni in Conegliano in the early 20s, so it's about 100 years old variety. It's a cross between Riesling and Pinot Bianco, so very different grape, more aromatic. Even Nosiola is neutral variety, so very different expression.
And how would you describe the soils that you find on your farm in Trentino?
We work mainly on 2 different soils. For the red is like an alluvial soil, so the dolomite is of course the type of rocks we dominated. We are full in this region of the dolomite. It's a very special type of rock which is a combination with limestone and magnesio. So you have all the good things of the limestone, but not the bad things, because the magnesio is like made like a combination between the calcaire. No? So Teroldego alluvial soil, and the white, so Nosiola and Manzoni, it's red clay with dolomite inside on a hill. So they are very different soils.
And you chose to go biodynamic. Which year did you turn biodynamic?
I turned biodynamic in the late 90s. In fact, then with the vintage 2002, all the winery was in fact full into the practice of the biodynamic agriculture, and it was for me like a rebirthing. Personally, like what was my feeling for the community, for the rural community, for the nature, and rebirthing for the estate also, because I think the genetical base was very true. Local variety, muscle selection. We work a lot for the recreating a good genetic in the vineyard on the local variety, and on the other side, method and agricultural practices allow the plant to be free, to be in balance, to be healthy, to express all the beauty of the variety.
What are the biggest challenges of farming biodynamically in your region?
In my experience, so after almost 15, 18 years biodynamic, I have the impression that first, you work in like a community of plants, because we don't only plant vineyard, but we try to plant fruits, to give more and more diversity into a vineyard.
Yes.
The vineyard is a monocultura. It's something very poor, in fact. That's because it's so fragile. And that makes everything beautiful. The flower, the animal, the insect change a lot. Like going to our vineyard is like to open a door and go in another little world full of life. On the other side, the plant is connected with the soil, with the cosmos, has a deep perception, and has like the presence make possible that even with very difficult season like dry, we had a lot of very dry season, then a very wet season. The plant can go through this different climate in a very calm and positive way.
Yeah, I understand. And where are your wines distributed today? Where in the world are your wines accepted? Actually, that's a better. No, I'll ask it a better way. Where are your wines distributed? Where are they most loved the world over?
Of course, Italy is very important because we are related to this variety, but more and more in the last 10, 15 years, there is a movement understanding of local grade.
Yes.
So we could move into many different countries. We export in 35 different countries, basically North America and then Europe, of course. Let's say that the understanding of what we do is deeper in wine country with a wine culture. So they are ready to go deep in details. They are open to understand also another agriculture, and to feel the life into the wine.
Speaking of wine culture, the last time you were in Toronto was some 18 years ago.
Yeah.
How has wine culture developed since you were last here?
Oh, my feeling is big change, man. I feel a lot of curiosity and go really close to the culture of wine, the purity. What's happening in the food is happening slowly also in the wine. That is the magic pairing of life perception, that you can finally have eating something which is alive, and pairing with a live wine make your experience really special. And it's not something what you get in your stomach, but it's going higher in your perception of life, in your good think of life. So it's make better better person, better personality.
I agree with you. You're also making me hungry and thirsty, which is a good thing. Elisabetta, thank you very much for joining us at Good Food Revolution today. We really appreciate your time.
You're welcome, welcome to come to the Dolomite and have a dire experience.
I'll see if I can arrange that. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.